Hey guys, welcome back, and hello if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top favorite drugstore products. These are my favorite drugstore products at the moment, and they're the ones I've been reaching towards literally all the time. So if you guys are interested on seeing all of that, let's go ahead and hop right on in. Right, before we get started, if you guys are not a part of my fam already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to hit the little bell, you will get a notification whenever I do upload a new video. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, I always leave it over here and below for you guys. All right guys, so moving into the first product, which I'm seriously in love with. I literally cannot find any other words to describe it. It's amazing, and I don't want to keep saying that word. I know I say that a ton, but that is literally what I think of when I use this product. It is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. This is a new foundation out there, and I seriously cannot get enough of it. I need to go purchase like 3 more just to stock myself up, because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm literally almost done with this. I like to mix this foundation with others. I like to use it on its own. I like to just do a tiny bit to get a very nice light amount that looks super natural and healthy and yet glowy, or just amp it up with like a little bit more of this product to get its fullest potential. And it leaves your skin looking so healthy, so glowy, but yet perfect. It's like the perfect foundation from the drugstore, I think. I did like their other one that they came out with, but I feel like this one is just more my cup of tea. It's just bomb. You guys have to try it if you have not already. Mine's in the color medium olive, and I always get questions like, what are you wearing when I'm wearing it? And it's literally from the drugstore. So inexpensive. I seriously am going today to go buy more because I'm squeezing the life out of this. Whether I have breakouts at the moment or I have clear skin or anything like that, I feel like this still makes my skin look right, and it just looks super glowy, but not to the point where you're like oily. It's just the perfect amount of glow, perfect amount of like perfection in a foundation. Next product that I've fallen in love with super fast, and I know it's going to be a holy grail of mine forever, is the Milani Make It Dewy Mist. Now this, when I first tried it, I was like, oh, okay, it's just like a normal mist, you know, a little bit of a dew, nice little shine going on, super glowy. But as I started using it more, like it's totally different than any other spray I've used. I feel like it definitely gives you that ultra glowy look, but it stays like that all day. It doesn't just, you know, spritz on, look like that for 10 minutes and then wear away. I still look really radiant throughout the entire day. It doesn't really like pump out at you super harshly. Like there's a really nice fine mist to it. So just everything about it, I highly recommend you try this out if you have not yet. They do have several other options to choose from. They have a matte one and a regular Make It Last, which is gonna make your makeup last all day, just a setting mist. But if you are someone that loves to glow like myself, you will love this. I do recommend though, when you're spraying it, give it a few seconds, kind of like fan yourself off, just so it can kind of sink in and do its magic, so it's not like slipping and sliding. And I like to do this in between steps, like after my foundation and moving on to highlighter, or I'll just do it at the end of my makeup. So it really just depends on how I'm feeling, but always make sure I spritz myself one time with this throughout the process. Moving into concealer, you guys probably already guessed it, but a favorite drugstore concealer for myself recently is the CoverGirl Undercover Concealer. This has quickly become my new favorite. I feel like it definitely reminds me of a high-end concealer. It is totally comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape in my opinion. I think it literally covers everything and makes you look super flawless. You can do under eye, you can do spot concealing. You can literally put this on as a foundation if you wanted to, like just a little bit on your skin and kind of just call it a day. I'm so obsessed with this. I feel like it dries really nicely. It doesn't dry down too fast, but it also gives a really nice finish when it does dry down, and it's not like super matte, I guess. It's just a nice finish, and you feel like you're actually covering something, and it's full coverage. And the best part is, again, it's from the drugstore. I do a full review on this and like demo and all of that, so you guys can check out that video if you would like to. I go into more depth on it, but I just love everything about this, everywhere from the big doe foot applicator to the product itself to the packaging. Like it's just a larger concealer, and it will last you a really long time. So yes, this has taken over a few of my concealers and a lot of my higher end ones, especially the Tarte Shape Tape, but I feel like I always go back to other ones, but this is seriously so good. If you have not tried it, please go out and try it. You're gonna love it. You can also use the other shades to go ahead and contour or anything like that, just because of the doe foot applicator being so large. It's really easy to go ahead and apply. So I actually have another CoverGirl product that is hands down amazing, and I know I keep saying that word, I'm so sorry, but it is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow, and this is the clear brow gel. I use this almost every single day. I do love to switch up my clear brow gel. Test out a bunch of different ones. That is a step that I love to do in my makeup, is apply a clear brow gel on top of my brows to set them down and just kind of sparse them up and, you know, brush them, make them a little bit more messy than when I really start doing them. But this was a step I never did in my makeup, and I don't know why I never did it before, because it makes them look that much more put together, and you really have control how much you want to like brush them up and make them a little bit more messy like, and that's just a look that I've been going towards lately, as opposed to keeping them super precise and like clean looking. I just really like a nice big brow, which is my personal preference, and this brow gel seriously is bomb. I love the wand on it. It brushes them so well, and it does make them last all day long with the gel. So you know how sometimes gels can, you know, you put it on and it doesn't really feel like anything's happening, or it doesn't feel like they're set down. They're not too crusty like, but they're also not like you didn't do anything. There's a nice happy medium there. So I'm obsessed with this. There's also another one by e.l.f. which I will speak on right now. This one is by e.l.f. and this is also one that I've been using lately, and I love it as well. This one's the dual-ended one where you can do the eyebrow and then eyelash. I don't really use the eyelash side. I don't ever use a clear mascara, but if I did, that's cool that it's on the other side. But I've been using this side whenever I do my brows. You know, like I said, I switch back and forth between the two, and this one's really good for me personally because it has a bigger wand on it, so it's kind of easier to do the ends of them right over here, like the middle and the tail of the brow. And again, this is another brow product that you don't really feel it being suffocated to the brow hairs, like super tight, but it doesn't feel like you did nothing. Like it definitely sets them down in place all day long, and they still make it look like brow hairs. I personally do have brow hair, so it's kind of easy for it to have that effect. If you don't have a lot of hair there, you may not like this one just because it's a little bit chunkier in the wand, and you may not see like the natural brow stroke, you know? But this one's really good for like the fronts of the brows from CoverGirl. So these ones are definitely like holy grail clear brow products for me from the drugstore. I use these back and forth like every single day. So they both do the same kind of thing where they're not going anywhere all day long, have a nice, you know, sealed look to them, but they're just clear. So can't really speak much more on them, but they definitely keep my brows in place, locked all day long. Next product is also from CoverGirl, but it is their Exhibitionist liquid eyeshadow. And this is their shadow that has a little bit of a glitter to it as well. These remind me of a higher end one, which is by Stila. You guys probably have heard of it. It looks like it, feels like it. You need to try this. If you are looking for a liquid eyeshadow with a little bit of glitter, this is what it looks like. I'll swatch it for you. I actually put it in my inner corner today, just a little bit. It is so pigmented, not patchy at all. Like it is the perfect amount of liquid eyeshadow with a little bit of glitter. It's not too chunky, and it totally reminds me of Stila ones, like to the max. This is definitely a dupe for it. So you don't have to just do this as your full eyeshadow. You can just kind of top it off in the inner corners, do a little dab of glitter on the lid. Like you can even use this as a liner if you wanted to. It dries down within a few minutes, and it's lasting like this all day long. They don't move off your eyes. They have so many different colors, and of course I love more of that like bronzy rose kind of color, so that's what this one is, and it gives the perfect amount of reflection. So my favorite mascara from the drugstore is hands down the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I went through like 6 tubes of this mascara. I'm so obsessed with it. It is the perfect wand, I think, the perfect amount of darkness you can get on your lashes. Like, it is so good. It reminds me so much of a higher end one. I'm kind of torn between the Too Faced one as well as the Dior one that I used to use. It makes them so like voluminous, also not like spidery. You know that difference between like looking super volumized, super black, and like lifted versus like clumpy and like, you know, all that. It doesn't do that. So that's a plus. It doesn't even shed on me. I don't get any of the flakes on my cheeks or anything. It is just a mascara that always looks good. And you know, whether I'm doing just my natural lashes, coating them with false ones, doing my lower, whatever the case is, like I used it today right here, and I just love the way it separates my lashes. I know I've said it multiple times. I threw it in a favorites as well once before too, but figured I'd let you guys know again. You get such full looking lashes with this, and I always recommend it to everybody. It is just such an incredible mascara, and I love it, love it, love it. I don't use the waterproof version. I just use the regular black version, and super pretty packaging as well. I know, I'm like a sucker for packaging. Excuse me. All right, guys, moving into a hair product that has been my holy grail for months now, and I honestly wish I told you about this sooner. It is from L'Oreal as well. It's their Elvive Extraordinary Oil Rapid Reviver. It's a deep conditioner, and it's supposed to give 2 times more nourished hair. Hello. Like, I'm obsessed with this. It makes my hair feel so, so soft. I love a lot of conditioner. I have really thick hair, as you can tell. Like, I have a lot of hair. So I always kind of reach for like deep conditioners. And the first couple times I started using this, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is good. I went to bed, woke up, I'm like, my hair feels so good. And then a few weeks go by and I'm like, why does my hair not dry down the way it used to dry down? I have naturally like big poofy hair, gets a little frizzy. Recently, I've been having my natural hair looking cute. And I'm like, I don't really know why, because I'm not changing anything up, but then I realized I did change something up. It was this, and this has just made my natural hair feel so silky, smooth, soft, all of the above. It is bomb. So that's even on natural hair. So then when I go ahead and style it, straighten my hair, blow dry it, curl it, my hair looks so silky, smooth, and just like definitely nourished. I don't really know any other word to describe it as. I know that that's what this says, but it definitely does just that, and I am so in love with it. For me, it's definitely a product that works kind of instantly, and I don't really like saying that because it may not be instant results for somebody else, but I feel like that night my hair felt so different. So yeah, obsessed, and it smells really good as well. Like it has a really nice macadamia oil, but like an oil scent to it. Oh, it is so good. So highly recommend this if you have like drier hair or just want to have a really good deep conditioner. This is one I would recommend. So good. Is the L'Oreal Beach Bay, and this is a face and body illuminator. So it's more of like the tanning, illuminating, like glowy situation. I'm so obsessed with this. Very picky with when it comes to like tanning products or, you know, instant illuminating kind of products. I really just stick to one brand and that's it because I know that it works for me. But honestly, this was sent and I was like, let me just give it a try. I put it all over my hands and legs and it just gives a perfect amount of sheen and glow to your skin while adding the slightest amount of color. So I'll just kind of put a tiny bit right here just so you guys can see. This one's in the color 22 medium to deep, but as you blend it out, it just blends into the skin, giving a little bit of color, but nothing crazy. Trying to avoid that little patch there, but it doesn't give like a super crazy color or anything like that. It's more of the illuminating factor. And it is so good. Now they say that you can use this on your face as well. I personally would not. I would just kind of keep it up to here if I was gonna do like full body or whatever the case is. I wouldn't do it on my face. It looks amazing in photos and also just like looking at me right over here. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you can just see like that nice illuminated look and it just is so stunning. It does dry down, so it's not even feeling tacky, wet, or anything. So it's totally just feeling like a lotion. Next one of my favorites is an eyeshadow palette, and this is by Profusion. This is the Mirage palette. I feel like I've used this palette seriously 20 times already. I am so in love with it. Blend out literally like a dream. Like they're so pigmented and rich in color. They remind me like, I don't even know what they remind me of. They remind me of a higher end one for sure. And you just get so many color options in here and I just can't get over like the price point. They're so good. Yes, these colors are seriously my go-tos. Like these are the fall kind of tones that I love. So of course this palette is like a must for me, but also the actual blendability of the eyeshadows and the way that they perform is so good. Shadows like this where there's like glitter. I mean, come on. Hello. It's just so intense and so much pigment. I know I've said that, but it's so good. So if you're looking for an eyeshadow palette that is high in pigment and will do you right, try this one. It is so good. 35 shades in here. Like it just is mind-blowing and I'm obsessed. So you'll probably see this be featured some more in some other tutorials. I'm sorry, but I just can't get enough of it. So those are all of my drugstore favorites that I wanted to share with you guys. Of course, there are other drugstore products that I love, but these are the ones that I'm using all the time or the ones that I can like gather up and be like, yes, those are my holy grails. So those are all of the favorites that I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe found it a little bit helpful. Like I said, I have all these products listed below for you guys. So be sure to check there in case you want to check them out for yourself. Highly recommend them. And I guess that is all. I will see you guys in my next one.